Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now, let's go to that play. Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Chargers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Watson looks to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd and 2, Herbert. This is swung out to Ekeler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. He'll get it inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Oh, nice. Taking it right down Broadway. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw again on second down. Herbert gets this to Campbell out on the right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 39 yards. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On second down, Eckler. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. Here's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd and 12, Herbert steps away to his left. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. After the interception, here's Watson. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Herbert. Back to the same target, Campbell. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot